Good day, Danvers, Massachusetts. It is April Fool's Day. Yeah, all right,
Yeah.
good. Welcome to You Can't Have It Both Ways. I'm your host, Michael Bean. Happy belated Easter to you and your family. We have a big array of guests today. My co-host, Damien. Say hello.
Hello. Davis.
Mike, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure, Mike Polonzi. I own and operate Safety Academy USA in Beverly, and I'm really excited to be here talking to you guys about some of the safety issues we discussed previous to this.
Beautiful. Yeah. Sandy, tell everybody who you are.
Well, I'm Sandy Francischini, and I live here in Danvers.
Common spelling.
Oh yeah, common spelling, right? No, very difficult last name. Just here helping out and answering some questions too. So.
Beautiful.
Asking, excuse me.
Excellent. Thank you. Let's see. So anything we say on this show is our opinions only. Do your own research. Don't listen to anything we have to say.
If you don't believe us, just ask us.
Yep, we're going to stick to that story. All right, so let's see. I did want to say we have a bunch of things happening today, but today's show is basically going to be on personal security and a lot of different items that have to do with it. But in true fashion of You Can't Have It Both Ways, our governor doesn't want to be truthful about some of her taxpayer-funded out-of-state trips, but she does want to tell us all about her personal relationships. I don't get that. So
Can't have that both ways.
we
It's
don't
either
even
one
want
or the
it.
other.
We just tell us what you're doing when you fly away, and we have to pay for it. Let's see. Because of our topic today, I thought we could open with a famous quote from a famous party, Mike Tyson, and he said, "Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth." And so with that said, the tip of the day is really the whole show. We're going to talk about personal security because in America, there's about 890,000 assaults in a year. There's about 26,000 murders. That would be the whole town of Danvers. There is about 40,000 carjackings, and that's only going up. Rapes are about 735,000, and sexual assaults are about 460,000. So if you haven't had any violence come to you, and I pray that you don't, the numbers say that you will. So today, we want to talk all about some different aspects about self-defense, security, and Damien, did you want to start?
Actually, I'm very excited about today's show. We've been trying to get this done since November, and it was either one thing or another, scheduling or shows being canceled out. We weren't being able to do it. But Mike and I go way back, all the way back to the Essex County Sheriff's Department. I met Mike in prison.
Yeah, you guys are in prison. Weren't you?
Yeah, we were in prison together.
we were.
Employees, but we were still there. Mike is a
oh.
good friend of mine. He's actually one of the people who's trained me on my firearms use and my personal safety, and I'm very grateful to have him here, and I'm very excited to introduce all of Danvers and whoever gets to watch us outside of Danvers.
You've had a small business in town for many years.
I have. I was
couple.
I was in Danvers for 20 years, and then I relocated to Beverly.
Yep.
But I'm looking to make a change in October, and I'm most likely going to be coming back to Danvers.
We would like that.
So
Yes, that'd be
actually,
awesome.
He was just walking the streets
I was
looking for
just
places.
I was just looked at the place. We had a sign on across the street while I was waiting for you guys. So
Well, we're going to put 4 stories on that building, so you can write that one up.
all right, that's good.
Sandy, did you have any questions you want to ask Mike about his personal security?
Do you have any classes, training for women for self-defense? How to handle guns, proper cleaning, handling, storing. I mean, there's so many questions.
So much in that
Yes.
whole question
Yes.
right now.
So
Yes.
tell us about your
Yes.
business first of all and what you do for training, and then we can isolate down certain questions.
We're letting the ADHD get out of control.
Yeah.
Let's focus on this one thing for both
Tell
of
us
our,
about you.
for both of our viewers.
So I do not only firearms training, I also do pepper spray training,
Okay.
Red Cross first aid, CPR, AED training, pediatric child adult. I just became a BLS instructor, so I'm doing that as well.
What's
very
BLS?
nice.
Basic life support. So any nurses that may need some continuing education units, I can do that as well. I've always been big on the medical side of it, taking care of people
Okay.
As far as someone's injured. Unfortunately, I love your stats. Here's another stat. 497 people a year shoot themselves or shoot the wrong person in their homes
Yeah, wow.
in America. And
That's usually
I
around
don't-
Thanksgiving too,
Did you
right?
say 400,000?
no, 497.
Yeah.
Almost 500, almost a half a million people.
No,
No, just 500.
just 500.
Oh, 500. Okay.
Take the 1,000 off.
Yeah, okay. That's like, whoa, wait a minute.
No.
It happens at a small number, right?
It
But
is.
yeah.
And all it is, I've been saying for 26 years, that I'm doing this 26 years, I critique, I don't criticize. It's just a lack of education, lack of training. So your question is, do I do women's classes? Absolutely.
Okay.
I do a lot of women's only firearms classes. In that, we also do women's only pepper spray classes. I just today met the woman who owns Curves in Topsfield.
Oh, really?
And,
Do you have any men's classes where they sound like women when they're sprayed?
Okay, so
That was just an obvious question.
Oh my gosh.
Just asking.
for three of us who have been sprayed
Yeah.
up here, and I've been sprayed more than anyone, not to jump ahead,
I
but
bet, yeah.
I've been sprayed 31 times over the last
geez.
26 years.
That's it?
I've also,
I've been sprayed a lot more than that.
It seems low, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think we should amp that up tonight.
hey, well, I'm going to ask for a volunteer. I want to do a demonstration with the inerts, not the real inerts. But I, to date, have sprayed, documented 425 people through the years.
And that's
Because
just
I also
relatives,
do, Thanksgiving. The number one domestic violence day of the year is Thanksgiving. So yeah, here you go, Uncle Bob. Stop acting up. The gravy's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little peppery now.
So, so the whole thing with guns, firearms,
Yes.
with defense. People don't understand. There's a lot to it. It's a sport, no different than football or golf. It's a perishable skill. And I tell people, take your whiteboard brain, make it clear, okay? We need to be mentally, physically, and legally prepared to pull the trigger. And that takes a lot.
Yeah.
99% of my students not ready to do that. It takes a lot to do that. So I tell them it's not to talk about getting a gun.
Right.
I get it. I get asked all the time how to protect myself in the home. Okay, well, your gun is one part of the plan. It's a tool in the toolbox. Let's start with the outside and work our way in, and that's what I do. I talk about reinforcing doors and door jambs and 1-inch deadbolts. Not the ones you buy at Home Depot, but it's true security deadbolt. And then we work on fallback rooms and what to put in that room. And we always put communications, a second phone, preferably hardwired, because I do not want my students engaging someone. Because another thing, legally, you cannot protect property with deadly force. And what is deadly force of a firearm? It's any action that could cause serious bodily injury and/or death.
In Massachusetts.
Yeah, well, these are all mass law.
Right,
Yes,
right.
I get my
Just
goal.
so, people know.
Not to let my students end up in a jail cell because they met some crazy gun guy who we're going to be like, oh, let's just shoot up the world. No. Keep ourselves safe from the legal system and the bad guy. And that's a big plan. Would you led me into all this with, yes, women's only classes, how to defend yourself, but also incorporating pepper spray into that. And I'm a huge pepper spray fan.
I have one too, so.
And you'll probably be the one that's going to spray me tonight.
Okay.
I don't know. We're going to all take turns, I think.
That's I have plenty to do that.
We're going to mix them up, and you can tell us which one's real.
Oh no.
See all the blue tops? There's no blue top up there, so yeah, we're good with that.
Yeah.
So that's where it starts, keeping people out of the home, having a plan inside the home, having an after-action plan, what we're going to do legally when it's all said and done. Very few states, and we are not one of them, where you can just shoot someone, high-five each other, and go on your way.
So the castle law doesn't really apply to mass residents?
It's a really difficult thing to fall back on. I'm going to tell you, yes, we have the castle law. You're still going to look at $300,000 of court costs and 8 to 10 years of misery.
And probably a few months in prison until you can get out.
Well, you do. I mean, at that point, everyone gets arrested. And,
Yeah.
that's where bail clerks and the legal system really comes into effect. And I gave 4-hour class on that. Just what happens after.
Gotcha.
My goal is not to get you there.
Right.
So what we do, we work on situational awareness. We work on pepper spray training. There's a whole variety of things that go on. Home security, have a plan.
Karate?
Karate. The thing, talking about women is Back in the day, if I was attacking you, what we would teach is you would grab me by the shoulders and for leverage, knee me in the groin. The problem with that is I'm putting you on one leg, and bad guys now, unfortunately, wearing hockey cups know when we teach this. So,
And they do.
and they do.
Plus, if they're all doped up, they don't feel pain.
Yeah.
And that's
Right.
a real thing. Not only that, but they're tremendously strong.
Yes.
So you talk all the things that you train, situational awareness. Can you talk expound a little bit about situational awareness, what people should actually look for maybe?
Sure.
And
The best thing people have to understand is, listen, if it feels wrong, it is wrong. I cannot stress this enough. Anyone, man, woman, I don't care what gender you are. If you walk outside, you see that person, makes you feel uncomfortable, you call the police. The police are never going to say, oh, what are you doing, bud? Like wasting our time. That's never going to happen. We believe it is that we're, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this, or maybe he's just a guy, whatever. No, we walk, if it feels wrong, it is wrong.
Yeah. And that's really real because the whole gut feeling thing goes way back to the cave person. And, just like so many different things going on, when you have the gut feeling, go with it.
Go with it. And so when you walk out of a store in a parking lot, get off your phone,
Right.
key in hand, but also look beyond your car.
Yep.
Now, no one knows this, or very few people know this number. Everyone thinks they're bad people. Like if you go out of the car and say, oh, it's going to be my ex-girlfriend. She just doesn't know it. I'm going to hang around. Am I going to hang around your car, the next car? No. I'm going to be at 4 or 5 cars away. And that's a long way to look. And I teach people to look out.
Right.
I cannot tell you how many times I'm driving, and my wife will tell you, people are honking the horn at me to move up. I leave a full car length in between the cars when possible. That is huge. That's a lot.
Yeah,
People get angry. But you know what?
You don't want to get boxed in.
I can go left to right.
Yep.
I can get away. Remember in Massachusetts, road rage, first one out of the car is the first one to go to jail.
Yep.
So stay in your car.
Yeah, keep some distance.
Yeah.
So those are some of the things I do. And then I do a lot of things with college kids, especially freshmen who go to school first time away. Teach them pepper spray. Give some girls drink test kits.
Yes.
Teach them not to leave their drink alone at a party, even though they're all their friends. Because, unfortunately, people drop in things and drinks.
yeah.
That's very popular.
Yeah.
And something that when something really bad happens to you, you guys have experienced it, you may have experienced it, is that your brain speeds up and slows down at the same time. So when somebody's running at you, you are denying that it's happening, and you're trying to take it in because you actually know what's happening, and you're trying to gear up to figure out how to deal with it. But it's pretty amazing when something bad is happening like that, when it's going to be a bad deal, the games that your head plays. So you have to be, like Mike said, you walk out into a parking lot, look around. When you're in a store, when you're in the mall, look around and see who's around you, because the bad guys look just like us.
Yep.
They smile right at you.
Yeah. And never walk between your car to get into your door if somebody that you don't know is in your area. So if somebody's walking towards you, don't go in between the cars. Make sure that you wait until they pass you and they're beyond you and you feel comfortable that you can get into your car, get your door locked. And lock your door immediately. Sit
That's
in your
what I
car,
do too.
lock your door. Don't even hesitate. If you have your remote in your hand, sit in your car, hit your remote. Just make sure that you're safe.
Yeah.
And that's first and foremost. And
I used to tell my the daughters in our family, I would say, if you get a flat tire on the way home and it's in a bad spot, just keep driving the car home.
Yeah.
Just go slow, drive it home. I don't care about the tire or the rim. We'll deal with that later. Just keep going. Don't stop in a dangerous or unsecure place.
yeah.
And to get back to what you said, Mike, the whole time displacement,
Yeah.
under stress, audio deprivation, where you can't hear. Tunnel vision is 3 degrees. And I have a 3-degree tube I bring to the range. And I have people shoot. I go, identify the threat.
Yeah.
How you do it. And another problem is, and getting back to people shooting their own in their homes.
Yeah.
Someone's yelling, don't shoot. Our son's there, our daughter's there. You may not hear that. And that's where we end up getting 400 innocent kids or wives or whoever shot.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So
It happens a lot.
Well, too much. I would say 500 times too many.
Yeah.
And I tell people, this whole room entry clearing thing they see on TV.
Yeah.
I go, do you know what room entry is? And
Yeah.
go in your bathroom tonight. If you're watching, go in your bathroom tonight. When you get up, go to the bathroom, middle of the night, throw all the lights on, read the active ingredients in your toothpaste, and you have 1 second to do it.
Yeah.
Can you do it?
Right.
That's building clearing for the layman's term.
Yeah. When you really have to do something, it changes everything about you.
Yeah.
Everything changes. When you're practicing, it's one thing. But like the quote I said earlier from Mike Tyson, you can go and work out and go to self-defense classes, and it's great. You're trying to build some muscle memory and whatnot. So I would always promote that. But until you get into a real gym, you don't really know how you're going to perform.
Right.
And sometimes people freeze up, or
Or you don't know what the scenario is going to be.
exactly.
So that's
you don't
the
know.
thing. They want to throw you off, so you're not
And
prepared for it.
And the bad guy always has a plan.
Yes.
They want whatever you have, they want to get. So I didn't mean to cut you off, Mike. Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to bring that up that audio deprivation, tunnel vision is a real thing. It's a physiologized thing under stress. Doesn't mean someone isn't tough. It's just when you're thrown in that situation, you're not trained for it. The average person is not trained for it, doesn't practice it. I never ever want my students going through their house with a gun and a flashlight, hearing the noise.
Right.
By the time that's happened, their whole security plan has failed.
Right.
And we need to fix that long before then.
Yeah.
Right.
So how do you do that? How do you stop somebody from entering to how do you get to that point where you feel safe in your own home when you put your head down and you don't have to run into that situation where you have to clear your house?
So I already talked about reinforced door jams.
Okay.
So
solid cord.
explain what you mean by that.
So when someone kicks in the door, what are we doing? We are making the lock fail against the wood. Okay?
So the wood failure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we reinforce the.
Hey,
Well, I know, I'm
he
just
does that.
Yeah.
The whole show, he does that stuff.
All right.
Can do that.
Sorry.
Just trying to expound on the
I love him like the brother I never had. So we get a solid core door. A deadbolt, 1-inch deadbolt, a true deadbolt, and a lock. Okay. No one's kicking in that door easily. If they are, if they try, they're going to pop their knee, they're going to sprain their ankle. At that point, your alert system has to be activated. Now, whether it's just simple things in the ceiling that are not connected to an alarm system or that somehow are connected to an alarm system. Now we know someone's coming in. Now what do? We fall back to our safe room. And it's not the safe room like in that movie, Jodie Foster's safe room, right? No, it can be any room. We can make it to a safe room where you have pepper spray, a second form of communications. What have we done before then? We have keyed every exterior door to the same key. We're going to keep a spare key on a light stick. While you're calling 911, they're going to keep you on the phone. Hey, I have a key to every door. I'm going to throw it to the responding officers. Let them do room entry. You stay in that safe room.
Yeah.
We put some water in there. We address any medical concerns. Someone under stress with asthma can go into asthma attack. We don't want them not having an inhaler, so we get a second inhaler. So it's a whole tailored plan for that person. So we fall back because we can replace anything in our house for $300,000. Not us, not our family. That includes our dogs. Right? We love our dogs more than we love most people. I do. So
That's my house.
so that's the plan. We fall back. Now another thing, supposedly summer's time coming, right?
Allegedly.
Statistically, if you plant rose bushes in front of your windows on the first floor, the average burglar will not go there because they don't prick themselves.
Right.
So statistically, they will move on. And that is right from an FBI study. That's not Mike making that up. I study this stuff from the people who interview criminals and give them time off in their sentences so we can learn what to do to protect ourselves.
Awesome, awesome. So, beyond the safe room, so you get done, call the police get there. What do we, as civilians, see, I would be doing it different just because I'm a moron. But,
Don't be so hard on yourself.
so you get your house done, you throw the key out to the police, they come in, too late. You have to execute self-defense activity. Either pepper spray somebody, or you have to discharge your firearm into somebody. What can we expect as people at that point, as a civilian person?
So they've gone in the house, they've gone through the safe room, like it's all failed.
Police still hasn't come yet.
Just nothing worked that we did. Then,
Or you just didn't get to the safe room fast enough. They got a hold of you beforehand. Let's just say something
so
like
the
that.
alert system failed.
Or maybe the alert system
So
failed.
because there's always, the plan is, whether it's your bedroom, whether it's upstairs, bathroom, downstairs, but wherever we are, the minute something goes off, boom, grab the kids, dogs, whatever, we're in there.
Okay.
Because the alert system is telling you someone's trying in, not that they've gotten in. Like something's going on. Not, they haven't entered yet. But worst case scenario, okay, so everything's gone wrong, they're in, what do you do now? My first choice will always be flood that hallway with pepper spray.
Okay.
You can disarm someone with pepper spray that has a gun.
Oh, yeah.
Take some training. The last thing I want is you wouldn't have the training to grab a flashlight and your gun. I know nowadays everyone has these quick release boxes because you can store a loaded firearm now, whereas before you couldn't, which I hate that law change because I never teach that. And everyone goes, "Oh, what gun do you keep by your bed?" I said, "I don't keep any gun by my bed." I'm never going through my head. I have 2 dogs, alarm systems, cameras, a few other things.
So you'll have a few seconds to get to your safe.
We have a lot of seconds. You're not getting undetected in my
Somebody's
yard.
not going to be standing in your door going boo.
Right.
Not in the inside door.
In your bedroom door while you're
No.
sleeping going boo.
No.
You're going to have time to wake up,
Yeah,
get your head clear for a second,
absolutely.
figure out that there's a problem.
And if you're in that mindset, I will direct you to, they have liability insurance. That will pay for your lawyers. That will give you $2 million civil suit money. Because we're all going to get sued civilly, make no mistake.
Do you have
What's the
any
name of
idea
that
what a
service?
policy costs?
Yeah, $30 a month.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they'll bail. They have bail. Is it USCC?
It is, yeah. It's the USCCA. I'm one of their instructors, and I tell my students, listen, there was a time I would never bring this up. I'm never pitching insurance to my students. Nowadays, if you can afford $30 a month, they will bail you out.
I have some.
They will unlimited criminal defense money, hire the best lawyers you want, and $2 million civil suit money when the whole thing's over.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's the best investment you can make because you're gonna be tied up for years. And if you have a job, you're probably gonna lose your job because of all the court time.
Yeah. Right.
And there's psychological stress. Like, good people cannot just shoot and kill people and just walk away high five. There's not. Soldiers, police, everyone has some emotional attachment to that. Abusing drugs and alcohol, withdrawal from your family and friends. I mean, the list goes on. We could do a whole hour show just on the psychological trauma of putting a bullet in someone.
Yeah, you don't grow up killing people, so.
No.
No.
And that's not
So-
the intent. You don't want to do that, but
Right.
if you're in that situation, what's your choice? You know what I mean? What do you do? What's allowed? What's not allowed? If you could even say that, you know.
So if you
Right.
shot somebody, would you, expect to be arrested that night, detained at least?
Yes.
And arrested either that night or later on?
Right.
So you're going to be processed through the system no matter what in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
That's right.
And then after that, and then if you had this insurance, you'd call them up. They'd send a lawyer down, bail you out, start dealing with all that. If you
Right.
can get bailed out, you might not even be able to. There's some people who have been in self-defense circumstances who spent a couple years in jail before they even were able to get to the bail portion of it. So, depending on the state that you're in as well.
So in this state, Massachusetts, you have to prove that you are an innocent party, had no prior interaction with this person, the person we shot had the ability, means, and intent of causing us serious bodily injury and or death, and that was the minimum amount of force needed to stop the threat. And minimum amount of force is not force that makes us lose, just means it's not excessive. So all those things have to be in play. All those use of force rules, laws have to be in play for you to get bail and make it through unscathed the best you can with the lawyers.
And everybody has a different opinion on minimum amount of force.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I know what they say and they write, but it can be different for everybody.
And that's where you hire expert
Right.
witnesses, right?
Right.
And what's an expert witness cost?
Right.
$300-400 an hour. But if they're going to testify, that's what they need to do.
Right.
Everyone says, "Oh, 21 feet." Yes, at 21 feet with a knife, someone can kill you in 1.5 seconds. I understand that. Doesn't mean you see someone with a knife and you unload and tie a gun into him.
Right.
If he's just walking to
Yeah.
get a clam
What
plate.
was his intent? Did he have the ability? Sure, but did he have the intent?
Right.
Are you in his party?
Yeah.
This is the first time you met the guy
Right.
or girl.
Yeah.
Remember, there's no delete on the internet. Every text message, every email is stored. It's not a conspiracy theory. I tell everyone, listen, investigators will go back days, weeks, years to put a whole picture together on, did Mike know this guy prior? And if so, what's going on? Did I take his girl away? Or did we have a court appearance 6 years ago? Or was a complaint made 10 years ago? It's all there.
Yeah. True.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Social media is rough. People don't get it.
I'm going to give you a new
Put
stat.
too much out there.
This just came out, 2024 stat. Any given time we're out in the world, how many cameras are on us? What's the number?
10?
It was 75, and I don't know how many years ago that was.
Mike, I don't know where that number comes from.
But I remember I was told one
Okay.
time.
Someone might have been lying to you a little bit.
I
Okay.
don't know.
So, here's the number.
Yeah.
It's 8.
Oh, 8.
8.
Okay.
Now, let me explain. Calm down there, big
Oh,
guy.
God.
At one time.
Hey,
Pretty
At one
close. I was
time.
closer than you.
So,
that's in my house.
it's 5 unintended cameras. Convenience stores, gas station, wherever. If you're involved in an action where someone thinks it would look good in their social media, that goes to 3 with audio, and that's where they get the 8. So we're always on camera somewhere, traffic, whatever,
See the traffic lights too.
convenience,
also.
convenience
Yeah.
stores, side of buildings. We're just passing through. But 3 people, if we're involved in an active shoot or any self-defense situation, is going to be filming and audioing us. And that's why if you ever train with me, you'll learn one word, and it's stop. Because people have gone to jail because they said really bad things that we can never say here. Well, they'll bleep us out while they're shooting people. Where had they just learned one word and not said anything, they would have been okay.
Yeah, that's true. Very true, yeah. You can say it if you want to. They'll just put us on later
No,
at
I
night.
won't. No. No. I don't even say in my class, I'm going, listen, you guys are smart. You guys can figure out, right? Like, look a little different. Shouldn't say those words. Yes, he was trying to kill you. You still can't say what you were saying. It is very acceptable to say the word stop while you're pulling the trigger as we're retreating. Because remember, Massachusetts, you have a duty to retreat outside your home as long as it's reasonable and safe.
Yeah. You don't have to retreat running into a oncoming traffic.
No.
But if you
But
can
you can't be
walk
engaging.
into, if you can just step away and to a police car or
And
behind
that
a car.
includes
Fine, yeah.
your driveway. You know, we have a landmark case in Mass in Swampscott where the guy was stealing tools out of his truck. He looked out, walked outside, got in a fight with the guy stealing the tools out, and they ended up both going to jail. And it cost the homeowner $15,000 in lawyers' fees.
That is terrible.
To come in. It is terrible.
Yeah.
I said there had to be more than that, but I read the case. I actually met the lawyer who handled the case. He goes, no, because the guy knew you walked outside, he became the aggressor. He lost that innocent party rule, right? Innocent person, because he left his house. He should just call 911 and sat there, wait for the police to arrive.
Oh, because he came back and
But
confronted
he left.
him. Yeah.
He left the house.
That's a crappy rule.
It's
It is,
not a good. Yeah, listen, I don't make the law. I teach it.
Right.
Again, we
But it's
need to
good
keep
know it,
ourselves
though.
safe from
Yeah.
the bad guy and the legal system. Another thing, while it's hitting my brain, and I think you mentioned about transportation, right? So in Massachusetts, you will be giving or you will purchase a trigger lock or cable lock with every gun you buy. That's great for the home, but it doesn't work in transportation. So firearms and rifles, shotguns have to be transported in a case, depending on capacity, locked or unlocked. It depends on the gun.
Okay.
But
Now, do
trigger
the
locks,
ammunition have to be separated
no.
too? No.
No,
Okay.
ammunition can be in the case with the gun.
Okay.
If the way it works is a long gun, rifle, shotgun, if it's 5 rounds or less, it's considered non-large capacity.
Okay.
Those cases do not need a lock on it. If it holds 6 rounds or more, it's a large capacity.
Okay.
At that point, you would have to put a lock on the case.
So an Armalite or something like that, correct?
Yeah, it has to be a case that was manufactured, designed, sold as a gun case.
Okay.
They don't allow like the banjo cases or anything like that from back in the old days.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, let's say I had my pistol with me. I have to go run into a store. I want to take my weapon out.
Yeah.
What is my obligation at that point?
You don't want to go in the store with your gun?
Yep.
All right, at that
I
point.
mean, I would want to personally, but just in case I'm a person.
So
who
the
doesn't.
scenario is we have our gun on, we're Class A license to carry.
Yep.
We decide to go in the store where we could go in legally, but we decide not to. At that point, a firearm, and remember Massachusetts, a firearm is a handgun, revolver, or pistol, has to be taken off your person. You would have to unload it, and you have to put it in a lockbox because all firearms have to be locked up. And I teach we don't do that because you don't want people seeing your gun. It's very difficult to do all that, unload it, and you certainly don't want to get back in the car and start reloading it and put it back in your holster.
Right.
That's how people shoot themselves, right? Like, I do a lot of life's movements in my concealed carry class. You know, we'll start with training guns. I'll throw a pen or pencil on the floor, you'll pick it up, I'll have you slide out of your car, put your seatbelt on, make sure it all works. Then once it's all good, then we'll work our way into the real gun and then the draw at the range. So if you don't want to go there, go home, lock your gun up, go back. I'm going to keep this PG rated. Carrying a gun is paying the butt. It's an expense of time and money. Going back home, locking it up, bringing it back. I teach 100% control. Gun's on my person or it's locked in a safe, and that's it. Now remember, there are certain places we cannot go. Courthouse, federal buildings, post office,
Schools,
school and school property.
which I disagree with.
I don't make the law, I just teach it.
I'm just telling
Kids all mad. So,
we're an opinion show here.
okay.
You're going to get my opinion whether you like it or not.
All right. I can't
And
have
that's
it.
okay.
The
I
rest
can't
of us
have it
do.
both ways, right?
The rest of us get it, so
Yeah.
his opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, so it takes some prior planning,
Yeah.
you know, and if you end up having to go where you can't bring a gun, go home, drive back. Don't break the law, don't say it's concealed. I'm just gonna, just this one time. That's the time you'll pass out or something will happen. And
It's just scary right now because there's just so many people, so many things going on right now. We have strangers, people coming in, and you just never know what to expect. So it's kind of like when you're in one of those scenarios. Okay, it's great you want to keep the gun home, but if you're like, what else do you do? You know, it's kind of. I mean, you do the pepper spray, yeah.
And I'm gonna explain pepper spray a lot
Yeah.
when we get there. How are we doing for time?
Probably another 7 minutes. We'll
Okay,
probably
yeah.
20 minutes.
It's just
Will it
my
take
thing
you
with the
longer than
pepper
20?
spray is
Yeah.
What's that?
Will it take you longer than 20 minutes to
No.
do that demonstration?
No.
All right, excellent.
No, it's just getting to it because I have one that has like a key ring or something in it, like a chain.
Are your keys on it?
No, I
Good.
keep it separated,
Yeah,
but it's in
you
the
do-
purse. So
thank
then
you.
it's like to flip it. I've never really known how to use it, so I try not even like play around with it because I'm afraid I might spray myself.
Okay.
So I'm glad he's here. I
You
wanna get-
spray yourself just to feel it.
No,
It's
no.
only like 45.
We have
50
Mike to do
minutes.
that.
We'll pour some water on your head.
Yeah, no.
No.
We're going to bring Sandy. Next show, we're going to
Yeah.
have Sandy
No.
getting sprayed with mace.
Yeah, it's like a vicious sunburn for
I
about
know,
an
right?
hour.
Oh,
It's not
gosh.
mace.
I'm sorry, pepper spray.
So
Yeah, it's pepper spray. It's a
and
little
there's a difference, and I
I
will
know
explain
there's a
that
difference.
Yes.
when
Yes. Can you please explain the difference?
Yes.
Thank you.
So mace was a pain-compliant chemical
Okay.
used to the late 60s, early 70s. But you had to succumb to the pain to become compliant. And back then, the drugs of choice were PCP, hallucinogenic mushrooms, LSD, all the psychedelic drugs.
So nothing
Guys were
changed.
spraying them. Police were spraying people, and they're like, "Is that you good? Bring it on, kick your butt." That's really not what they said, but I read those reports in chemical conditioning school. In 1975, the FBI went back to pepper, the same pepper you cook with. Oilers,
Oh,
capsicum, yes. It's
Okay.
the same pepper. It's a food-grade product. Pepper spray, when sprayed in the face for 1 second, does 3 things, and we're going to simulate this.
Okay.
When you spray me in the face, and you will, with the water, I'll simulate. My eyes are involuntarily going to contract. My brain is going to take a snapshot of where you are. That's why you're going to do a half circle move. So if I run at you, you're no longer there. The second thing it does, constricts the mucous membranes in my nose and throat, making it very difficult to breathe.
Okay.
And we take breathing for granted until we cannot. That can create a psychological effect of fear, panic, anxiety, disorientation, inward focus of the pain, which
I'm
we'll talk
feeling
about
all
in a
that
second.
right now.
Okay.
Well, that was going to be my question, because what if you try to spray and you don't get their eyes, but what
That's
you're
a hard
saying,
No, you
the
will.
scent and stuff, it'll also affect them as well, right?
Everyone, no, you are.
Okay.
You don't miss. And that's
Okay.
why I do this. Every class I teach, pepper spray class, I am soaked by the end of the day. We put the safety glasses on, I get sprayed, I wipe it off, next drill, I get sprayed, look, it's on my eyes and cheek. You'll see how this works. Another thing that could happen is they believe they can't breathe, so they may hyperventilate, so they pass out.
Okay.
Perfect. Someone passes out, two things go on. They breathe normal, no longer a threat.
Okay.
The third thing is the skull over here, so how much pain you feel, means nothing. If you take a jalapeno pepper, open your eye and
geez,
stick it in your
yeah.
eyeball, that's 5,000. These are 2 million.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Another great thing is,
Plus, it's not the correct way to eat the jalapeno.
no.
Just as a side note,
Yes. Okay. So helpful, Mike. Thanks.
Why does this taste weird?
It's a food grade product regulated by the American Trade Spice Industry.
Okay.
You do not need a license
Right.
if you're 18 or older, and 15, 16, 17-year-olds with an FID card can now have pepper spray.
Really? That's great.
Oh yeah,
that's good
I
to
think
know.
I'm the only one in America that wrote a pepper spray for kids class. And I do it for church groups, and the DMSY has had me down there, not for the kids, but for they've run a class.
nice.
And
That's great. It's good to know.
it's no different than, and as I've said to so many people in school systems, like I don't want people in my school, really? Can you people bring an Italian sub with hot peppers? And it's not a joke, like, is it a yes or no? Because if you took that sub and smashed in someone's face, as the Japanese did back in the 1600s, they literally ran into battle with satchels of pepper and smashed in their adversary's eyes so it would blind them, because they knew back then that they could be blind their adversary and then stab them with a sword. So this is not new technology. It's the same product.
Okay.
Why do I love this over all else? You get a do-over in 60 minutes. If you spray me and do nothing, I'm good in 60 minutes. If you shoot me and I'm the wrong person, I'm not okay in 60 minutes.
Right.
Now, it also works on dogs, coyotes, which is nice. Remember, never spray bear spray on people. It's a different mixture, different product in the law. This is a non-lethal irritant in the law.
Okay.
The only way these two would get in trouble, not you, is if they sprayed someone and beat the living bleep out of them.
Well, that's quite a statement,
No, it is.
you know?
That one's quiet.
Sorry.
I've been practicing jujitsu. I know how to run.
Yeah, running is great. Another thing is if it blows back in your face, it's secondary exposure, you won't be incapacitated.
Okay, that's good to know.
But bear spray is a pesticide in the law, and I don't know if you guys have seen or anyone watching has seen this online. Spray wasp and hornet spray at someone's face to protect yourselves. Please do not do that. You will never win in court ever. You will lose everything. That is a neurotoxin in the law. And when the bad guys, lawyers, subpoenas, whoever, ortho, says what's the long-term health effects of your product in a respiratory system, you're all done. No one has ever died in America from being sprayed with pepper spray to date.
What do you know about the personal tasers?
I know a lot about tasers. I'm actually not a taser, a phaser instructor, the new version of it.
Okay.
Yes, I've ridden the White Lightning. I've been shot with it. I'm not a fan at all.
Yeah.
I'm never a fan of any civilian using it whatsoever.
Not a fan of you getting tagged with it, or a fan of the use of it?
I'm not a fan of it at all.
Okay.
Too much? It's overboard?
Okay, so
Or it would be
I'm gonna take
abused. It
2
would be
minutes.
abused by people.
No. So how does it work? Unlike the movies, a taser delivers what's called electromuscular disconnect. It shuts my brain off for 5 seconds. 50,000 volts go through my body, and I drop them. They hold us on mats in training so we don't get hurt. But if you tase someone, you're going to cause blunt trauma. That's why even the police, they can use it on stairs, fences, someone climbing a fence, elevators, platform where excessive drop would cause excessive injury. They're always going to be injured. Now, the American Medical Association says you can only tase someone 15 seconds in a 24-hour period. So if you pull that trigger 3 times, 5 seconds, 5 seconds, 5 seconds, it shuts off. I was back in the fight in about 40 seconds.
Oh, it releases you.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not like the movies where you're down at all. You are down for 5 seconds, absolutely. You see the videos where they go down, right. It's causing electromuscular disconnect. Now who's responsible for the injuries? For the bad neck, the broken nose? Right. Who takes the barbs out of the back? Right? Back, and this has changed, in Massachusetts, it used to be, we taught law enforcement how to stretch the skin and pull the barbs out. Policies changed where they call EMS. So now you're going to have a very upset bad guy with barbs in his back trying to fight you, and you're trying to call EMS. And then people go, what about just hitting them like you see in the movies? Like, go ahead, say it. I'll say it if you don't.
Go ahead.
The Hangover. All right? And they shot him in the face, like we don't shoot in the face. But there's one scene where he takes it and he hits him, the guy goes, and he falls over, right?
Right.
That doesn't happen. That's called a drive stun. All that does is, that just pushes someone away because of the pain.
Yeah.
But as soon as you take it off, they're back swinging.
Right, right. Maybe even more angry.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Getting them
and again, with a license at Mass, you have to be licensed, and you have to register
FID card?
license to carry.
Real.
For a taser?
Yep.
I didn't realize
Yeah.
that.
Wow.
It has to be registered, and you absolutely need training. And
I can see.
honestly, I do not train civilians in that. I do train security companies, and they have tasers, and some do use the phases. And it's like Pepsi and Coke. They do the same thing. It's just different product.
Are you saying that the ones up by the fried dough place in Salisbury are no good, those tasers there?
No, I'm not saying no good. I'm saying the application for a civilian is very poor.
I don't know if I'd
Yeah.
want to do something like that.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
You absolutely need
The smell of burning flesh.
protection from an agency because
Yeah.
you're gonna get sued and it's just gonna go awry.
You're gonna lose. Yeah.
And plus, you're done in 15 seconds. You can't keep tasing someone, so it's gonna shut off. The design to shut off. The newer version now, they have a little camera in it, so they record audio and visually,
Yeah.
so you can hear what's going on.
Yeah.
Because people will fight through that sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Especially with drugs.
I know.
So
I've
shoot
heard people
drugs.
say they tried to tase them a few times and it still didn't put them down. Like they still kept going.
Yeah.
Like the adrenaline keeps them going.
Yeah.
Even with someone on drugs, pepper spray will work. They may not even know they're sprayed, but when they blink, their eyes will contract. And people go, it doesn't work all the time. I've had this argument with so many people. I've never seen it not work. It does freeze. Maybe it was frozen. Maybe it's old. It has a shelf life of 4 years. Maybe you missed. Maybe something went on. But I've never seen a direct level 1 exposure in the face, which you're going to simulate today, and have the guy go, yeah, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. I know.
With that said, we should probably break right about now so we can get him set up, so and Sandy
do
set
that.
up, so we can have a
So
demonstration.
we can all
about
assault
mace.
Mike.
So Mike can get sprayed today.
Can you just
with-
sign here saying it's
Yeah.
okay for us to
Yes.
assault?
So before we break,
Yeah.
Give me 30 seconds. Okay.
Okay.
So the keychain size, just so people know, this shoots 12 feet in rate in 1 second burst, 25 times. Next size up, that size right there, the small one, that one, that's 18 feet, 25 times. The one next to it is 18 feet, 36 times. The home defense one, 30 times.
The crowd pleaser?
The crowd pleaser. And it shoots 25
I
feet.
didn't realize they had a home rep one like that. That's
They
pretty
do,
cool.
and yes,
That's great for
That's-
New Year's Eve's party.
this is part of,
everybody out.
it comes with a bracket,
Okay.
So you can mount it.
so you can mount it if you want, or you can keep it by your bed. That is by my bed.
Now, are you allowed to have multiple ones?
Yeah, I have them
Okay.
all over the place.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
good.
just-
I know sometimes they
you
say, well, you
don't-
can't have multiple guns, you can't have, you know what I mean? So,
No, you can have multiple. Why? No. you
no, I'm
can-
saying for defense, like near you and stuff. I don't know if they allow that or not, so,
Well, they have to be in the same lockbox, but
yeah.
I'm not.
And we have a lockbox, so.
No, it's good.
This is the most heavily armed
know,
show
right?
on cable access television today.
Yeah, yeah, we have it locked, and it's out of sight, and it's high up, so the kids couldn't get to it and stuff. And it's a push button lockbox too, so they
Yeah.
would have to know the combination just to make it safe for the kids as well. So,
Can I tell you one quick thing? If we're gonna break after this.
Hold on, let me check. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Firearms takes a lot of training, and we're training you on 22s. You must use dummy rounds so you don't break your gun. These safety shots, which I invented, because forever and a day, every fire instructor has suffered the same misery of safety rounds breaking the classroom, stopping the class. I worked with a meteorologist. These are the strongest safety rounds in the world that will not break a 22. So if you're an instructor, reach out to me. I'll be happy to have you T&E them. If you're going to practice on your own, you know already know you need it, but you know how frustrating it is. You can get these at my place or on the website, as well as other things too.
And those actually have gunpowder in them.
Nope, that is for the classroom.
That's
You know what they
just
say, dry firing's going good to your ears are ringing.
These are these are the ones that cause jams, basically, or
No,
misfire?
that's to train. They
Oh,
cycle,
okay.
how to load, unload, you cycle them.
Oh, they
Okay.
cycle
If you
through.
go on the website, it's probably up there on the screen. You can see the video at the homepage of me cycling it through and to get the bullet coming out.
Okay. Very nice.
All right,
Excellent.
you want to spray me?
So you want a break?
Okay, so you're just on your way. You have Situational Awareness going. You have the can. I come up. Hey, babe, let's hang out. Come on. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Looking for the second guy.
No second guy. 911. What's your
Hi,
emergency?
I'm at the Nordstrom Mall. I've just been attacked. Please, I need help.
Location, location, location.
I'm at the Nordstrom Mall. Please help. Please help.
And you leave.
Okay,
Yeah, get moving.
here we go. Okay.
And do that again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Another
definitely.
scenario? Okay.
So
this
Mike,
time, stay farther away.
Okay.
So Mike, this is the thing. You have to when you're being assaulted by somebody and you discharge that spray,
Create distance.
you need to step out of the way of them moving because they're going to want to physically keep doing the same thing they were doing before. And then she wants to make a call to the police.
Yeah, 911. Just get the police rolling.
Tell them your location, what happened, or what.
Just location. They'll ask, but I want them to know you're at DCAT, you're at the Liberty Tree Mall. You need to get everyone rolling to your location, because remember, 911, the cell phone, is going to go near a cell tower to the state police. It's not going to Danvers police if we're in
Right,
Danvers.
that's right,
Yeah.
right.
So tell them, hey, DCAT and Danvers, I'm being attacked. I'm leaving, because right now I'm going to be over here for at least 45 minutes in pain, saying, you know what, this was a bad idea.
Right. You can describe what you're wearing. No, seriously, to help the police. They're gonna
Oh,
dispatch.
that's what you're saying.
Yeah, dispatch. I know that did sound. I know. That's not what I meant.
I'm wearing a nice mini
Well, I can say
skirt.
what store I'm next to also.
Yeah,
Sure.
or I'm going to my car. It's a blue Ford, whatever. You know, that'll help the police to identify when they
And
show
remember
up.
your license plate number if you can.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, it's a new one. I don't know if I'll remember that. But
Every
Yeah.
student
Don't say it today, but.
yeah,
I teach
know,
through
right?
pepper spray does these drills. We do a PowerPoint, and we clear it out, and we do drills, different drills. I want you to get used to spraying. See how wet I am?
Yeah.
Everyone says you can't hit the face. You hit the face, and you will do it again, even farther away. Remember, wherever that moment is you're uncomfortable, you spray. There's no warning for civilians. If it feels wrong, it is wrong. My students are smart. They're not malicious. I guarantee it's not going to be the first time that guy's been sprayed or arrested at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's
it
true.
won't be.
That's true.
And the spray is a little bit, like you said, easier than the gun. I mean,
Yes.
spraying is nothing to survive that. But
And you can walk around with that in your hand. Take hand, not a problem. It's opposed to a firearm.
You used
Right.
a non-lethal use of force because it was felt a threat to your life. Or
All right,
threat
one
to-
more?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Sorry.
so just do it farther away so you can see it. So you guys go over there, and I'm here, and I come over.
Just a
Hey,
happy-go-lucky
girl,
attacker.
It's you and me, babe. Ah!
Oh, help! I'm at the Nordstrom Mall. I'm by the Macy's store. I need help. I've been attacked. Sorry.
Good. No, that's good.
3 times. 3 times. Nordstrom
Hi, I'm
Mall.
at the Nordstrom Mall by Macy's. Please, I need help.
You bumped into me because you let me get too close.
Yeah.
But because you ran away, and I can no longer see, I'm still thinking you're around here
Okay.
when you're gone. Okay?
Now
There's
there's
nothing.
this.
You don't want to be too close because when you're talking, then they can hear you. Correct. So you don't want.
They won't-
Would they come back or no? You
No.
didn't? Okay.
There's a secondary assault taking place against your husband's credit card where you're at the Macy's.
Well, I had to hear from someone at the store, so.
That was good. But I don't know if the cameras can pick up or you
Yeah.
guys can just say how wet my eyes are. Everyone
Yeah.
says, oh, I need the spray. Oh, this big fog thing. No, you don't. You know, I'll back up.
Just-
Go ahead.
yeah.
Spray right from here.
Wow, that goes pretty far.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike. Hey, you got it. I won't hit the equipment, Greg. Don't worry.
But look at the distance, protection of distance.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I don't want my students engaging physically. It's over at this point.
Well, that helps because then they're not going to get that close to you and actually grab you. You have some sort of defense to some degree.
They might, but they're going to
Right.
let go.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be more into their pain than the pain they
Right.
want to create you.
Yes. So,
So, Mike, when you're training, let's say when you're training somebody like Sandy, the goal is evasion, right?
Yes.
Evade, get away from the situation. It's not to engage, not to be part of it. So you want to make sure that they understand certain things. Remember where your car is, so you can get to your car. Remember your license plate number. So when you're telling the police where you are, make sure you're using your phone so they can start tracking your phone and tracing your phone and following it on cell towers, just in case you do get grabbed by a second assailant. What else? What else is there that to know in a circumstance like this?
It may be quicker to go back into a store than get to your car.
oh, that's a good idea.
Right. Plus, you're going to be around more
people
people.
get in the mindset where I'm going to my car, I got to get to my car.
Right.
No, you don't. If the store is 10 feet there, my car is 20 feet there, and you get that feeling, not a bad idea to go back in the store and call the police.
And you don't know if he has an assailant who's also with him too and scoping the parking lot.
If there's one, there's two. These people always work in pairs.
And it's not a problem if you're spraying, stop, get away, leave me alone, stay away. Use verbiage to just express that you want him away from you, even if they're not. Even if they're not being aggressive, you just felt funny and it became that. They'll understand. I'm getting away, and even, so it doesn't become.
You are a smart girl. You're not going to just maliciously spray someone.
No.
My students, they know. You get that feeling in the back of your neck, like, this isn't right. Every poor person I've talked to, especially realtors get it, and open houses and school kids, and just, they know that feeling. If you get that creepy guy feeling, I get that little stare going like, okay, spray or leave. Or spray and leave.
Right, and if they keep it at you, then you just spray. Do you know what I mean? If they keep following you.
And you don't want them ever. It's a surprise. Boom. Hit them. Figure out after. I guarantee I've never had anyone 26 years come to me and say, "Oh, this poor guy just wanted to ask me on a date and I mistook it and I sprayed him in the face." I've never seen that.
So what was wrong when it happened to me?
Who wants
She
to date
still
you?
married you. She still married him.
That's right.
Yeah.
So Mike, what else do you have? So I know what you have in your shop. I've been there. You have a fight simulator.
The shooting simulator, yeah. So
Yeah, can you talk about that? Just
yeah,
for a
actually, I
second?
think you
'Cause
guys
it's
can have a video
great.
up there.
Yeah.
So it's a state-of-the-art shooting simulator made for military police training. I can design the guns to malfunction. I do a lot of training with first-time students. Targets react, the guns react. That's the training side. Decision making. There's so many people you shouldn't shoot that pop up. Cell phone, they always shoot the person with the cell phone. Then the other side is the gaming, where we do functions. Zombie shoots, Western shoots, competitions. We do steel plate drills where you get a couple guns and the dueling trees going. We get time shoots. I got a carnival program for the kids, and the adults love it more than the kids. The little ducks going by and the pinwheels spinning around.
Why do people hate ducks so much?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know, right?
They're delicious.
But I just did a 15-year-old birthday party.
Really?
Yeah, the parents brought a cake in,
Wow.
his friends.
Yeah.
I did a bachelorette party.
Ooh, that's a little scary.
A lot of alcohol that night.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And you can, so there's no live ammunition, there's no real guns in that room.
Yeah.
It's all airsoft guns
Okay.
and a laser. So very safe. They had a great time. They started there. They started eating, shot for an hour, and then they left. And the way I run it is it's $35 an hour. You get a card. I give you a bullet stamp every hour. After 5 hours, the 6 hours on me.
Oh, nice.
That's pretty reasonable.
It's like coffee, but even.
That's
Next outing.
Yeah, I know.
I have done, I did a
Girls'
woodworking
night.
company. They had their Christmas pie there,
Yeah.
and they brought all the food. We set tables up for them, and just ran people through different scenarios. And it's good. It gets a little intense. Some people
Yeah.
want to compete, like you two would be on the dueling tree, like all mad because the things would be spinning around.
That's so funny. There you go.
But it's nice. So if it's extremely hot or bad weather, like we never shoot outside,
Right.
and then we transitioned after to live fire, where I run the firearms program at the Hamilton Winter Run Gun Club, and that's where we do all my live fire training.
Now,
We're-
can folks
we're,
go there in that country club? I mean, that gun club, excuse me.
Yeah, you have to be a member or go
You
with
have to be a
a guest.
Oh, with a guest. Okay.
The thing about me is you don't need a license to try out guns, and I do that a lot, gun familiarization. So I bring a variety of handguns, rifles, shotguns, whatever.
We're running out. Sorry, we're running out of time here.
Oh,
We're
geez,
running
yeah,
out.
last 30
seconds.
seconds.
Okay.
That was a fast hour. That was
Yeah,
a
I know,
fast
that's
hour.
great. Thank you so much, Mike. This was so
Yeah.
helpful.
Thank you, Sandy, for coming.
Very
Thank you,
good.
Mike.
Thank you.
What's the name of your business?
Safety Academy USA, we're in Bellevue, Mass, and everything is on our website, safetyacademy.com.
Thank you, Damien.
Thank you, Mike.
All
Thank
right.
you, Davis.
Thank you, Davis,
Thank
for
you,
watching.
Sandy.
Thank you,
God
Danvers.
bless. Have a
Thank
safe
you.
night.